That was
Hey,
very quick.
hey, how are you?
I'm a lot better than you.
I'm feeling all right. I'm here nice and relaxed. I'm in my dressing gown, just all nice and comfortable at home, so I'm
Well,
feeling good.
if you want to talk about dressing gowns, I've just put something on our pages, and it's because they use my pictures in a recruitment scam.
Really?
And yeah, fake jobs. I'm Keisha Mackenzie, and I offer fake jobs. But you know what they did, Steve? They pinched a picture of me in my dressing gown to put on the ID card.
What
I
is wrong
mean,
with these people?
of all the pictures that I've got, I haven't got many on there, but the pinched one of me in my dressing gown. It's just, the. So, what's been happening with you?
So, since last time, I feel like it's getting worse, and I think there's a massive influx of scammers at the minute, and there's a lot of profiles getting made of me at the minute, and on a daily basis, I get women contact me on every platform, every
Yeah,
social media
yeah,
platform every day. And I've got to the point now where I'm not empathetic no more. It's been going on a year and a half, 2 years, and some of these women, obviously they've been scammed, which is not nice, but they start turning on me, and then they contacted my girlfriend, and
yeah.
it's not nice on her as well. And I seen one the other day, I was on TikTok, and then my sister sent me a video of some girl who's put all these pictures together of a soldier, me, in like this big storyboard, and I contacted her saying, can you take my pictures down? Where have you got these pictures from? And she honestly thought she got them from me.
Yeah.
Then she messaged me back saying, is this your number? And I said, no, it's a fake profile, please report. And she's like, yeah, are you sure it's not your number? And I was like, I
Mm.
can't win. But the problem what I get as well, Ruth, is some of these women turn a bit nasty on me. So I've had it a few times where I've been just blunt. It's a fake account, please report. And that's all I say now. Then some of the women want to try and get to know me, and then I say I'm in a relationship, just
Yeah.
please report. Then they turn back around to me and say, the person who's pretending to be you seems a lot nicer. Then I'm thinking to myself,
Yeah,
they're trying to scam money out of you.
yeah,
They're
yeah, because
trying to
they're trying
scam
to
money
get
out of
money,
you.
so.
And yeah, so I'm happy that I'm back on here just to clear the air, because I know people are following me, and probably people are following your profile have been scammed by people using my pictures, and no one is talking to me. No one is talking to me. The only profile I'm using is survival_Steve. And I've got Adventure Steve, which is my private profile for me close friends and family, which is private and blocked.
Oh,
But
yeah. So you don't kill rabbits on that one then?
no, I don't do none of that on
Well,
that
I'm
one.
coming on the other one.
Only on the other one. But
Yeah, I'm
what
coming
did
on
you get as
private.
well, Ruth? What did you get? Some of these women say to me, I should lock my profile should be
And I was
private.
coming to that. I was just about to say to you, you know that I don't agree with anybody making the profile private, but
Yeah.
explain why you can't.
Well, the reason why I can't, this profile I'm on now, survival_Steve, this is my brand and business.
Yeah,
So this is where I advertise my survival, my bushcraft. Every now and then you'll see the odd picture of my daughter, the odd picture of my girlfriend, but it's mainly for my survival. If you were to
yeah.
look at my personal profile, it's open, well, it's locked as a private account, but I've got everything on there, my daughter, my girlfriends, and that type of stuff, what my friends and family can see. But this profile is my business and brand.
Do you
This is
know,
my survival
I was
Steve.
looking at it the other day, and there was a picture of you and your girlfriend on there. Now, to me, if I'd been scammed by your pictures, and I was madly in love with you, and I found you on Instagram, and I saw a picture of you and her, I would sort of think, well, I've got no chance here. She's beautiful.
Oh, she's a gorgeous girl.
She is. She's absolutely gorgeous. And to me, that, having that picture there of the two of you, that should tell everybody what they need to know.
But what happens is, Ruth, as well, some of these women contact my girlfriend
Yeah,
saying I've
I
been
know.
in a relationship for months with them. We've been speaking for months. I was in Syria. They've been sending money to me. And obviously she understands now what's happening every day. So she understands the process in it now. But it's not nice. It's not nice, the fact that my girlfriend's starting to get it as well. And I'll be on a TikTok live, doing a TikTok live, and then some woman pop up saying, oh, they've been speaking to me for months. Say hello, it's Val. I'm like, who the hell's Val? Or there's all these random names. I'm like, oh, we've got pictures, I'll send you the messages, blah, blah, blah. And it's like this all the time. And sometimes I feel like I feel like I can't go live or I can't put a post up, because I always think about my girlfriend's feelings as well. I always think she's gonna think something when it's not the case, but it's happening every day, every day on
He's a tough
every
lad.
profile, and I can't
But
stop
the
it.
thing that gets me, just before I came on here, I was talking to, not with your pictures, but I was talking to a woman who had been scammed, and she'd looked online and she'd found the guy. He lives in Las Vegas, and she'd sent him some messages, and she was very upset about the man, because he must be working with the scammers, because he wasn't very nice to her. He said he wasn't very sympathetic, he wasn't very nice. And I said, well, why on earth did you contact him? You know, to me, Steve, the scam has been between the woman and fake Steve. Now, it's not very nice. We all know it's not very nice. I talk to them a lot. It's heartbreaking what some of these go through, because they have trusted, you know, and they've been kicked in the teeth, basically. But it is between them and the scammer. Now, personally, I'd be a bit embarrassed coming to you and saying, hey, Steve, I'm in love with you. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not been, you haven't talked to them, so why come to you? And your girlfriend is no different from the other wives and everything of the American soldiers used. And she'll start to get the stories just now saying, oh, you know, that you just do as you're told. She's telling you what to do online. So you are using fake accounts to go and talk to all these women, because that's what they do. And I don't understand why it is believed.
It's like, I was doing a TikTok live, and there was some woman on there who honestly thought she was in a relationship with me, and her brother ended up contacting me, found my number off my business, off my survival company, and contacted me. And he just told me that, he goes, I know my sister's getting scammed, and she actually thinks she's in a relationship with you. And the funny, I never ever got onto it. Every time I done a TikTok live, I'm sitting here with my girlfriend, and this lady was always coming on there, and then my girlfriend was always saying, I think she thinks she's in a relationship with you. And on her profile, it was like, soon to be married, I've got 2 boys, and one daughter, future-in-law. Obviously talking about my daughter, but I never ever got onto this till her brother rang me. And I had to mess the woman going, you've been on all my lives when I'm sitting with my missus.
What do you think when you see somebody's account with your pictures on it?
It freaks me out.
It would me. Really, really would me, seeing that.
It's like I've seen accounts, like profile pictures, where they've used my picture and put the lady's picture next to it.
Yes.
And
yes.
And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And these women are falling for it, thinking that I'm moving to Mexico, I'm moving to America, I'm moving to Spain, we're going to live a happily ever after life. And women are falling for it every day.
Well, my best one of yours, and it will not be beaten, was the time that you were deployed to North Korea.
Oh my God.
You must have had a great time.
Oh, North Korea, eh? British troops in North Korea. I've heard it all.
We've had 2 or 3 of the American lads, and yourself. Deployed to North Korea. You know, I mean, just watch National Geographic or something, you know, and no, I don't get it. But we were talking about this today, and, you know, a few years ago, nobody would have dreamed of getting in touch with the men. Nobody at all. They would come to us, they would talk about it, they'd cry a lot, they'd feel a bit embarrassed, we'd talk to them, and they'd go away happy. And then it sort of, there was like I never used to agree with sort of, you know, what is it, the mentality where everybody does the same thing. But it just all changed, and suddenly everybody was contacting the men. And it's like, why? And
I don't understand it. I get at least 1 message a day. And like I said, I used to try and be empathetic, but now I'm just blunt. Please report account, block. Block, delete, please report account, and that's it. And then when someone will come back being a bit nasty to me and I'm like, it's not me, then I'll have to end up blocking or deleting them. Just block the post that them women contacting me.
Yeah, but then Steve, you get the bad rap for that, because they'll say, well, I contacted him and he was awful. He blocked me because he was awful. You know, and that's wrong. It's not you. Why should you have to actually answer for this? Because, I mean, let's face it, we're not going to, let's call a spade a spade. Basically, you've got some little rats sat in Western Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, who couldn't survive outside the hotel room, never mind anything else. And all they do is go through, oh yeah, I like the look of him. I can get a few pictures of him.
Yeah.
And then they are you. But they're not questioned enough.
No, they're not. And I don't know how these women are falling for it. Some of the stuff I've seen, what they've used of me. So I had a lady a few months back who sent me a video saying she was in a video call and she recorded a video call.
Yeah.
And it was blacked out. But my mouth ain't even moving, so it looked like he had hold of a photo and he was talking. The other week, literally 2 weeks ago, I'm sitting next to my girlfriend and some bloke contacted her using my pictures. So she started gets him sending voice notes, doing voice notes, and he sounds like he's from Africa, and I'm sitting next to her. And he's saying, oh, he's looking for a lovely woman, blah, 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 he's a single parent. I'm sitting next to my girlfriend, and this person's contacted her, and I couldn't believe it happened to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then she had to say, just to let you know, we were playing along with him, and then I just went mad on a voice note. Then obviously he started messaging back saying, we're starving over here. If you actually knew what the stuff we're going through.
Nigeria is so bad. The government is so terrible. We are really starving on his iPhone. With his
he's on his iPhone. He's got the internet. He's got all the jewellery.
Yeah. But they're starving, and the government aren't very nice. And his mother's dying. His 57 siblings are, starving. And do you know what maybe angers me more than anything is a lot of this is accepted. They'll come to me and they'll come to us and they'll say, well, he explained it to me why he's doing it. He explained it to me and now I understand. And he's not going to do it. And it goes on and they say, well, if you help me, I won't scam again. So they ask for money.
Yeah.
And they get it. They can't do anything wrong. Honestly, make me so angry. Really, really makes me angry. But we've just got to get it about. We've got to go back to the time when you and the other guys are not contacted.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing you can do.
There's physically nothing you can do. Honestly, I say this, I can't physically do nothing. There's hundreds of people using my pictures. Hundreds. Yeah. I physically can't do nothing. And I ain't got the time and energy. I've got my own life. I've got my own family. I've got my own business.
Anyway, Steve, because you're talking about some Nigerians sat in a few hotel rooms with laptops with your pictures on them. What are you going to do? Say, oh, dear scam boy, please don't use my picture anymore. That's a nice boy. Yeah. There's nothing you can do at all. They've got the pictures, and they'll do it. And
every day
you've got Josh Easton. You've got Josh Easton down here. I just ignore the people reaching out now. I feel bad, but I can't do it anymore. Josh was the same, exactly the same, the nicest guy out. And he used to take the time out for people. He used to explain. He used to try and explain. But the same as with you.
I'm gonna have to take the advice from Josh because it's. Yeah. As Josh is he a soldier as well? Is he an American soldier?
He's recruiting in America. Yeah.
So he's in the same boat as me. I'm a British soldier, and it's happening all the time. And there's nothing we can do. So my girlfriend always says, just ignore it. But I have a bit of empathy. So I just try and be nice. I go, it's not me. Just please report and block. Then some of them are nice to go, yeah, thumbs up. I understand and that's it. And some of them are nice, but some of them are vile to me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we get them where they're really. You or anybody else, they really think you should be helping them get the money back. Meaning, give your money over to them. Can you all help me get your money back? Well, no, because you sent it. You could say no. If somebody says somebody comes to anybody and says, I really need $1,000 or $5,000 to get out of Syria. You can say no.
Yeah.
Don't have to pay it.
And these women haven't physically met these blokes who are pretending to be people, and they're falling for it. They've never actually had a full-on video call. It's they always come up with these little excuses. Oh, I'm on operations. I'm on a mission. I can't. And I don't know how these women are falling for it. I really don't know how. It's sad.
And I mean, all right, I love the voiceovers because they are so hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's not funny really. It's just we've got to laugh at something. Yeah. But there is, you look through a scam that somebody's had, and there is always a point at the beginning where you could say, did you not notice that? Well, I did. But it was really nice. I just ignored it. So what can you do?
I had this lady from Australia who contacted me a while ago. And the scammer was like superimposing photos on my photos. So it looked like his arm was around me, one of his mates, and he had pictures of his mate, and his arm was around me, one of the pictures, and you can blatantly see it's the worst superimpose ever. And I'm like, are you serious? If you go and look through my Instagram, you'll see them pictures, which don't look nothing like that in the background. So they've just, and people are falling for it.
I do like the ones where they send with sort of, you know, your face or anybody else's face, sort of lying down in a hospital bed, all sort of like weak and looking very, very sad. And all you've got to do is Google the picture, and it's, you know, somebody being in for a, you know, appendix operation or something. But nobody seems to check.
They don't. I think a lot more people, I think what we need to share is people need to start doing a bit of reverse image search on Google. Just get it up and actually look where that image has come from instead of falling for it. And you can tell if someone's British or someone's American the way they speak.
Well, what gets me is you get the scammer, and he's always, I was born in Germany, but I was brought up in Louisiana. But that explains why I've got an accent. No, you've got an accent because you're African. German does not cover a Nigerian accent.
Yeah.
You've been brought up in Louisiana, you've got an American accent. I don't, you know, kids pick up accents. So if you've been brought up there and you're now 30 or 40, you're not going to have a German accent mixed with the American that sounds mostly Nigerian.
No, you're not.
You know, the best one I had was the reason that you had an accent was because you'd been on deployment a long time.
Oh my God.
You'd been on deployment to Nigeria, of course. I mean, that explained it, but you'd been on deployment a long time and you'd picked up the accent. Have you ever heard anything as ridiculous as that?
How do people fall for it? Physically, you need to take a sit back and think that you say a few nice words to these women.
Yeah.
And that's them swept off the feet, and I don't know how. Then they're asking them for money in the next sentence.
Yeah, that's it. I think what it is, I love you very much, baby. You know, you are really beautiful, honey. You know, your eyes are like stars, they're whatever, you know. And then, you know, so they sort of bathed in this, oh, he's really nice and he's saying the most romantic things, it's lovely. And then, of course, but, you know, I really, you know, if you want me to come to you, I can come to you. But can we start the process and can you pay to register as my fiance? It'll only cost you $150. And then, you know, so if she pays that, wow, that's it, she believes. So the next bid is $1,500.
Yeah.
And then it needs the flights and bang, bang, bang. And it goes, but they listen to the love you very much, baby. Now, the thing is, Steve, you don't talk like that. Well, I don't know anybody that talks like that.
No, I don't know anyone who talks like that either.
Nobody says baby at the end of every sentence.
Yeah.
Nobody says honey at the end of every sentence. Or as I've got one that keeps coming to me, and I swear it's the same guy, because he calls me sweetie. Now, you know, I'm not going to fall for a man who's going to call me sweetie at the end of every sentence. But it's just, if we can see it, I know we get lots of people, we do get lots of people who are lonely and they're older. And, you know, I had to say to a woman who was 71, and the man that she was going to marry was 35. And I had to say to her, in real life, there is no 35-year-old is going to decide to marry a woman of 71.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how nice you are, you know. You can be absolutely lovely, but I do tell you, when you get over a certain age, you look bloody awful on a morning. But, you know, I mean, you can think you look as good as you like, but you don't. But it takes common sense, Stephen. How do we get common sense over?
I just don't know why some women haven't got the common sense. And like, there's a lot of, I feel like we're the victims as well. All these soldiers who are getting used, we're the victims as well. Because
we all say that, yeah.
We're losing a lot of time and energy of people contacting us every day, and a lot of stress. I've had people contact my regiment, and it's could have ruined my career. I've had people contact my regiment saying, we found one of your blokes in your unit. We've sent money to Nigeria because of him, he's scamming. I'm contacting my bosses And
Do
I've
they
just
know
told my
about it?
bosses, my pictures
I
get
mean,
used every day.
do they know about it? Are they
Say it again.
are they understanding about it?
My regiment.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they're really good because it happens every day now. My bosses know about it. It happens every day, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, I mean, Josh had just said that happens to him. There was another one that we did a live chat with, and he's in the US Air Force, and they contacted his flight, and you know, and the thing is that when they contact them, it's like they are so convinced. So it's like the person at the other end of the phone is wrong, not this woman. She's very convinced because she's going to marry you. So, you know, but Steve, you know, there is never a situation, never, ever, ever, and I stand by this, a situation where you would decide to marry somebody you've never met.
Never.
You might get talking to somebody online. I don't know how, but you might.
Yeah.
But within 3 days, you wouldn't be telling that you loved her. And within a week, you wouldn't be making arrangements to marry somebody.
No, not without physically meeting someone.
Yeah.
And I don't know what people are thinking. I don't get it. I speak to my girlfriend regular about this, and I don't get it. What's going on in their heads? I feel sorry for them. They might be very lonely, or they've had something's happened in their life where a few nice words have sorted the mindset out. But I really don't understand it, and I can't get it. I can't get it in my mind. I can't comprehend it. That they've physically never met this person. They've never had a proper chat like this.
No.
They've never had a proper phone call other than an accent on there, realising surely you're not British or you're not American. I look at some of the fake accounts I find on Facebook, there's loads on there. If you go and look at Survival State, and Facebook never takes them down, there's about easily 10 accounts that are still up now. American soldiers, but I'm in a British uniform, and people fall for it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. They used to do that with Stephen Murphy. He's from Portsmouth, but he was one of the originals, really, that they still use him now, but he was one of the original sort of really big used ones when this all kicked off. And he was in a Royal Navy uniform in the American Army. And they still make pages now, General Stephen Murphy. And he's nice little, and it's only a he's only, you know, like Killick rank. He wasn't even an officer, and he's, you know, he's General Stephen Murphy, and nobody batted an eyelid. Nice little English flag on his, you know, sort of combats and everything, but nobody batted an eyelid. You know, they just accept it. And I know people. I personally think that if you're lonely and you sat texting, and you're wrapped up in the text, he stops texting, you go away, you look around, you're even more lonely because there's nobody there, and you've got no chance. It's not like I'm going to go and see him next week, or I'm going to go and see him by the end of the week.
Yeah.
So it's not really, other than filling your time with texts, it's not really curing your loneliness, you know. And as you know, we're getting them all coming up now. Hello, dear. Hello, beautiful. Excuse me, Anna, I get hello pretty. Winds me up. Absolutely. Yeah. But that's what they say. And it's very Nigerian. I mean, that's what they say. But who the hell are these people, Steve? What the hell do they think they're doing? What do they think that they've got the right to be you, to be Josh, to be Steve Murphy, anybody? Who the hell do they think they are?
It's absolutely sad, and it ruins people's lives. It ruins people's relationships. I had a lady contacted me saying, Mr. Stephen Kelly, I know your company, Southwest Survival, you scammed £1,000 off me. And I'm like, hey, I was like confused over this message. Then they contacted Jenny, threatening to break her legs with a bat, my girlfriend. They ended up ringing my phone. As soon as she heard me speak, they go, who's that? And I go, Stephen Kelly. As soon as she heard me accent, realised she hasn't been speaking to me for the last 3 months. Put the phone down, never heard of her ever again. Put the phone down, never heard of her again. Because we actually, I got my girlfriend to research, we went to find her on Facebook. And because we were getting threatened to get our legs broken and all, I found where she worked on Facebook, rang her work up because she was giving me shit. Yeah. And actually, when she heard me on the phone, never contacted us again. She probably realised, I haven't been speaking to that man. I didn't know he was a Scouser. So, but
this is it with your accent.
The threats we get.
To me, you know, I've heard not very good ones, but I've heard some Americans where the woman has said, but he had an American accent. And then she sent a voice clip, and I'm thinking, No, it's not. But, you know, if you want to hear an American accent, well, that's what you're going to hear. But Steve, with your accent, nobody can do a Scouse accent.
No one can do my accent. It's a unique accent. No one can do mine.
No.
And that's when some people hear my voice, honestly, they go quiet. Oh my God. When they find my phone number through my business and they try and contact me, and they hear my voice, totally different. Stop contacting me.
Yeah, they cannot be you.
Yeah.
You know, but as I was saying, Jenny's going to get it. You know, she's in control of you, and so you've decided to contact women on different private accounts because she runs your Instagram account and your TikTok account, you know, and she doesn't let you do anything. So you've got to contact them from all these other ones, and she'll get it because Coco Yip's wife gets it, Steve Kaufman's wife gets it, and they've got this story, and they believe him.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I just must be an awful person because I don't. You know, the Queen turned up with the corgis at my door. She'd have to. Well, she wouldn't get in. But I don't believe anybody. Never have. But isn't that normal? You wouldn't walk across the street without looking to see if there was a bus coming.
Yeah.
You know, so isn't it normal to look at what you're talking to online to just see 100%. What it is? But you know, 100%. Steve, I think it's because everybody's face is buried in a phone. Because they are buried in that phone that much, they don't stop and think. Everything that they read on there is gospel.
You think everything's real on social media and it's not?
You know, absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
I know we've got James Scott Garris. He's often on our page. Lovely man, really gay. Gay as a box of frogs. Absolutely, he doesn't mind. He won't mind me telling you that. Yeah. Lovely man, and he has an art gallery. And he picked up the phone one day, and somebody says, "If you don't stop talking to my wife, I know where you are. I'm going to come down and shoot you." And he was a bit scared about that because, you know, he's a very public person, and he's got an art gallery in the middle of California, and he can't hide. He can't do anything at all because he's there, and that's his business.
Yeah.
And again, it's impacting on the business, and why should it?
Yeah, that's what scares me because I've got my own survival company, and I feel like it's going to get. Sometimes I feel like it's going to get dragged under the bridge because of people getting scammed.
I reckon you should go over there.
Yeah, I'd love to. You know, I'd love to and grip some of these people who are stealing my photos. I'd strangle them.
You and a few of the other lads, you get yourself across there because, by God, they wouldn't do it again. But yeah,
every day at the minute, probably the last 2 weeks, Ruth, I've had loads of people following me, and what I do now, and I never used to do this, I constantly check my profile now, and you look at them, they're all Nigerian, no mutual friends, and there's about 10 of them I block every day. And it's just wasting my time now. It's wasting my time. It's ruining the engagement on my Instagram, which I use for business, because I'm blocking it. I'm blocking everything. I'm getting less engagement because Instagram not pushing my content on. I'm just blocking, reporting. That's all I do every day.
Yeah.
So but I shouldn't have to do that.
You shouldn't. And also, what worries me is, are they looking at who your real followers are and making a note of them to contact them as you?
Oh, they've contacted loads of my followers. I've had some of my lads' girlfriends message me saying, just to let you know, this fake profile's contacted me. I said, yeah, just go along, I'm gonna get a bit of information and block them. And that's what happens all the time now. Oh, I've been locked out of my other profile, or that's my public profile, this is my private profile, I'm gonna speak. Yeah. And some people believe it, probably some of my followers believe that. Some of them contact me saying, is this you just messing me from this account? I'm like, no. Block, delete.
Well, I said to somebody who knew, I don't tell anybody what, you know, people's real accounts are, but of course sometimes they know them. And somebody was talking to me and they knew which one was your real account. And I can't remember when it was, but at the time, so I went on your your Instagram account, and you'd put something on just a few days previous. Have you been, you know, out somewhere and, you know, on a mountain somewhere? It was the one you put on when you've got the dog on with you, with this sort of like countryside in the background.
Yeah.
And I said, well, look, just a couple of days ago, that's where he was. Oh, he's explained that. He's got somebody who's putting old pictures on his Instagram account to make it look that's where he is now. But he's actually on a secret mission in Afghanistan.
Oh my God.
And I said to her, I'm lost for words as to why you would believe that.
Yeah.
Absolutely lost for words why you would believe that. Because
I've even had some women contact me saying, right, I know this is a scamming account. I've been speaking to the real person on the account, and I'm looking at the messages and I think, I'm a verified user.
yeah,
I've got a blue tick. I'm like, right, you believe what you want, block, delete, and that's all I can do now.
yeah, it is. It's all you can do. I wish we could stop it. I really do. I wish we could stop it, because I'm sorry, but the women that are contacting you are doing nothing for themselves, because it makes them look bad.
Yeah.
You know, there's no such thing as, I think I ought to tell you that you're being used in scams. It's not that. That's not the innocent reason to get in touch with you, because, you know, Steve, if I was scammed by your pictures, I wouldn't dare get in touch with you and say, oh, Steve, I've loved you for the last 12 months.
Yeah. Well, that's some of the messages I get. I get them exact messages.
Yeah.
I fell in love with you. I've been in love with you for the last 4 or 5 months. I've been scammed by your pictures. I'm like, all right, why are you telling me?
Get them to tell them you snore or something.
Minimum every day I get at least one message a day saying, I've been talking to accountants using your pictures. Every day. That's the minimum message. I've been speaking to account for 3 months using your pictures. I'm like, oh God, here we go again. Every day I expect it when I wake up.
Well, there's jobs she can't get verified. Why? I don't know. He is a US Army recruiter. He can prove who he is. And they will not, that's why we did the petition, because they will not verify the military in the US.
The thing when it comes to social media to be verified, when you look at, you've got to be a public figure, you've got to be searchable. So obviously I've done TV, I've done quite a bit of stuff. So if you go and type in Stephen Kelly Survival, you can find me. That's how you get verified, to show I'm a notable person. Whereas, where you said though, I think military should get that little green tick, and I think that'd be brilliant. So
because
to
all
prove,
they've got
you show
to
your
do,
ID.
You know, it's not going to take a great deal of extra resources for Instagram and Facebook to do. They've just got to verify themselves with the ID card. And if they're not in the military anymore, they'll have a veterans card. And, you know, we've got them over here. I've got one. And it could be done. It could be done really, really easily. And, you know, it would spread a lot of goodwill.
100%.
You know, let's face it, Instagram and Facebook need to spread some goodwill. But yeah, it would spread an awful lot of goodwill amongst an awful lot of people, and just make them feel better, make them feel more secure. And yeah, look, this is me. You know, there's a tick there to say that somebody's recognised that this is me, and I don't know why they don't do it. I apply for verification often. And so if you put me in and you put Scam Heritage United in, it's not as many as some people do, but I have got 41 mentions, and I've done about 30 things on televisions and things like that. And I just get a reply back saying, make yourself, you know, put yourself around the media more. Well, what do they want me on show? Yeah. You know, I don't know. I don't know what they want. I mean,
what I think social media should do is you should have to prove your ID to get an account, whether it's a driving license or a passport minimum, instead of just an email address. You can create an email address and have 100 accounts every day, and it's ridiculous.
I mean, most people now, and I know not everybody, but most people now have a smartphone, so they have thumb recognition or facial recognition. Now, if you haven't got that, well, everybody's got some sort of, you know, passport ID or something. Yeah. But why don't they use that? Why don't they use the biometric thing? Because, you know, if you want to have an account, you put the profile picture that you want to do, put the face identification in. And I'm sorry, but if they're using an account with you and they're a Nigerian and put the face in front of the phone, they are not going to get it.
No, they're not, yeah. That's a simple fix. Surely these platforms could implement something like this.
Well, I mean, you know, Zuckerberg's all for technology and you know, machine this and machine that. Yeah. And so why doesn't he implement it? You know.
Hopefully something changes in the future though, because it needs to.
It has to.
People off social media.
Can't go on like this. I mean, the explosion in the explosion in the number of scammers. And just the physical number of people doing this is just, it's mind-boggling. Nobody realizes just how big it is and how many women and men across the world are actually being scammed.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, people think there's like, you know, 50 scammers and they're scamming 30 women at once. And it's not. It's just, there must be a million scammers. There must be.
It's sad. It's sad. And we're not going to stop it, but we can help it by putting these little measures in place, whether you use ID to get on social media, or people being a bit more smarter and not just giving money away. Yeah. If someone said a few nice words to them. And
it's just so much money as well.
Yeah.
It's not sending somebody a £10 iTunes card these days. You know, it's not. It's thousands.
Yeah.
Minimum thousands.
Yeah.
You know, and somebody, you know, they'll come back on, and we've now got to the stage where, you know, we come back on, and if they lost less than five grand, it's unusual, and 12 or 13 upwards is more.
Wow,
you know?
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's like deposits for some people for starting a deposit for an house.
Oh,
it's crazy.
We're going to have to look into this because Josh wants to do a three-way live, and I don't know how to do those, but we can buy you. I buy you chocolate.
Arrange one. Let's arrange a three-way live on here.
Oh, look, she buys you chocolate. Have you got Have you got an older brother?
Girlfriend buys me chocolate every day.
How's your dad? Is your dad on his own? Because, you know, I'd love somebody to buy me chocolate, as if I'd need any more chocolate, like, but you know what I mean. Yeah. So don't tell them that, Jenny, because you'll have these women sending chocolate across the world now. You know, he's not going to be able to go on his adventures because he's going to be full of chocolate. Look.
I know, yeah, women are going to be sending it all over the place. Is that your cat?
Yeah. Margaret, come on.
Oh. Do you want to see me dog, Benji? What's this? Come here. Come here. Oh, he's lying down. I'll turn the camera on. Let's see if I can turn the camera on. Yeah, Benji, what's this?
Oh, look. Oh, see, I'm like dogs. He's really uninterested.
Oh, he's like a little fluff ball. He's tired.
He is.
But yeah, I think Ruth, we should do a three-way live with Josh sometime, so we can have both.
We'll work it out, Josh, because I am a technically challenged old woman. So if you two can work it out, you know, I'd love to. It would be good, and it was, you know, it'd be great to see people. What we can do, see you all together, and just hear you, because again, Josh has got a very distinctive accent, you know, and I've got a voiceover they did of him.
God. And
it was pure Nigerian, you know. So it does help when you've got all these different voices coming out, and the idea of Josh saying honey and baby to anybody is just hilarious to me. But yeah, so yeah, I'd love to do that, Josh. I really would. So yeah, so it's been lovely, Steve. I wish we didn't have to do these.
It is what it is, though. Do you know what, though? I've met a nice person. I've met you now, Ruth. I've done this twice with you now, so you look at the positives.
We're going to get Jenny in next time.
Yeah, you'll have to get Jenny in because she's a victim as well. She's getting people contacted in.
You know, the way I look at it, and the way, you know, because you've got Jo on there, we've got Lauren often answers you as well. But the way we look at it is the fact that a woman, I hope, only gets scammed once. But you were used 1,000 times a day. Jenny's contacted God knows how many times a week. So, you know, so Jenny could come out and not only say, "Oh, keep off, is mine," to prove that you have this girlfriend. Because, and I'm not being awful, and this really upsets me, and I think underneath it will upset Jen as well, is the fact that they say things like, "My wife is dead."
Yeah.
She was driving and the car crashed and it killed me and the 3 kids. Her and the 3 kids. And I think that's sick.
It's horrible. That's the way they are. Evil.
Yeah. And so she can sit there and say, "Look, this is her." And keep off. And basically how it affects her, because she shouldn't have to be affected like this. You know? So yeah, I think we should have a multi-party thing. Yeah,
we'll have a chat. We'll have a chat through the week. And we'll arrange something so whenever we're all free, and that'll be brilliant to hear everyone's experiences.
I've got such a full social life, Steve, that any night.
Yeah. Oh, Happy days.
Except the football. Are you watching
Yeah.
the football?
Yes, so we can't definitely do it Sunday. Can't do it Sunday. But any night next week, I'll be free if you're happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm a bit nervous
awareness.
about the football. You know, I'll be happy when I get that over. And
Yeah, exactly that.
So, the match the other night, my nerves were in shreds.
Yeah.
I prefer the 4-0s to the, but yeah. So, yeah, it's lovely. And I just want everybody to hear you, because they all see you.
Yeah.
And nobody gets to hear you, So that's the main thing as well. They can get to hear, they can't pretend to be you.
Yeah.
So we will do this again. And thanks very much, Steve. And I hope we do some good. But listen to me. Don't take any crap from anybody. Send them to us, because we don't mind talking to them.
Yeah, and I'm going out from now on. I'm going to send them straight to you.
Yeah, I mean, Joe and Lauren, they'll tell them what is. If they come to the it's coming home, definitely. If they come to the Facebook page, they've got me, they've got Patsy, they've got Sophie. So there's Pam there as well. So we'll tell them like it is, but you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to do that. So just say, talk to these ladies. You're not going to. Thanks very much, and let them go, because otherwise it just takes over your life.
Yeah, exactly that.
It really does. So thank you very much.
Oh, thank you for having me on.
Come on, England. That's all I can say. It's all we can think about at the moment, to be honest with you, in this country. But yeah, and we'll do more, Steve. We'll see what we can do. And good night, Josh. Is not going to be. It's only about 5 o'clock for Josh, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be early for Josh. I'll send him a message. I'll connect with him in a minute.
Yeah, he's great. He's lovely.
Yeah.
I keep sending people to recruiters, because in America it's easy for us to say, well, go and talk to a recruiter, because they'll tell you exactly how it is. And because they never, if I tell them Soju doesn't need any money, they'll say, well, how do you know? Well, go and ask them. Leave me. I'm going to want you to leave me with one thing, because the answer to this is really obvious. Which country are you in at the moment?
I am in the UK. England's in my house, sitting on my sofa.
Yeah, you're not deployed.
I haven't been deployed since Afghanistan operationally for about 10 years.
Yeah, and you're not going to be, because you're coming out.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, so that's all I want to know. So I can say to somebody, no, that's where he is.
Yeah.
And believe me, these chats do work, because they can't argue with them. And
this stays on your profile now, so you've always got something to send to someone if you see someone.
It goes on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, because we get quite a lot on there, and Google as well, which is married up with the YouTube one. So,
awesome.
So they are all about, so people can. So we do catch a lot of people, in the end, and as I said, they're there forever. So we can just pluck them out and say, no, that's him.
Yeah.
So thanks very much.
Oh, well, thank you, and have a good night.
Thanks very much, Jenny, and I want you on next time.
That will sort it. Well, I'll love you to leave you, and I'm going to watch a movie now and chill out with a nice cup of tea.
Oh, that sounds nice. I'm going to have a gin and tonic, Steve, but that's just me.
All right.
Good night, sweetheart. Talk next week.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.